Hey, hi, hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to the Dunn Creative. For today's Pick a Card video, we are going to be figuring out what's going to be happening in July of 2019. If for some reason you're watching this in December 2019 or somewhere off in 2020 or beyond, just know that the fact that you actually stumbled here to this video means it was meant for you. So the message whenever you're watching this is still relevant. And before we get into this, I'd just like to say if you're watching this before July 12th of 2019, I do have a 100 subscriber giveaway video posted that I will link in the cards right now. And it's very simple to enter. All you have to do is subscribe and leave a comment letting me know why you would like a free personal reading, and then you will be entered to win that free personal reading. And as of right now, I think I have less than 20 people entered, so there's a very good chance to win. So go ahead and check that out if you haven't already, and without further ado, let's just get into this. So if you're new to Pick a Card readings, I just ask that you center your energy by taking a couple of deep breaths and focusing down into your heart and solar plexus space to really tap into that gut instinct and that intuition. And once you've done that, focus in on if pile number 1, 2, 3, or 4 is calling out to you. And you may pick more than one pile if you're stuck between 2 piles or 3 piles or all the piles. Just pick whatever you feel most drawn to, whether that's one or more. So I will go ahead and give you a few moments to decide. You may want to pause the video to give yourself time. And then once you've decided, go ahead and skip to the timestamp that I provide in the description, and I try to also pin it as the top comment. So I will let you pick now. Okay, group number 1, let's see what you need to be expecting for July 2019. Okay, I'm trying to position these so we can see them without the glare of my light. But basically, this card is us coming in with the energy of June and before. So what energy you're coming into July with, and that is strength. So over July, maybe May, and even into April, you have had to tap into this great source of inner strength. And you've had to release hard judgments about yourself and even others, and you may have been called to forgive somebody or have compassion for somebody or a situation. Or maybe you've just been in a living situation or a work situation that you just didn't want to be in, and you've had to really pull up your big girl or big boy panties and deal with something in either a work or a relationship or home situation. It differs for everybody. But the overall energy you're coming in with is just this sense of strength, and you've gained momentum in whatever this is. So for July, you're coming in with, you know, this angel here has a sword and a shield, and she's riding on a tiger. Like, she's ready to charge into July with everything she's got. And then this is card number 11, so it's all about new beginnings, and you are looking forward to something new in July, whether you're taking a trip or starting a new project or something like that. And some of you maybe even starting a new friendship or love relationship. So that's really great energy to be coming in with. You just feel ready to take on the day, basically. And then the energy that you're feeling right now at the beginning of July is the Awakening card, which it's asking you to look at things from a different perspective. And you may be at like a temporary standstill where things really aren't moving forward. But in this time, it's really important to go within and really decide what it is that you want to do in this situation, in your life. If you're writing out your plans or your goals for the summer or the next few months, just really get introspective about what it is and try to be authentic in those things. Don't set your goals by somebody else's standards or plan around a bunch of other people's priorities. You want to, basically this month, you want to be one of your own priorities, because I think a lot of you have been neglecting your self-care or just not giving yourself enough time to recharge between projects or between hanging out with different people that may drain your energy. And people don't mean to drain our energy. It's just, especially if you are an introvert, which I feel like a lot of you guys are, being around others, even people you enjoy being around, kind of starts to deplete your energy after a while. And to recharge that energy, you need alone time, whether it's a nice hot bath or just reading a book quietly by yourself, just something you enjoy doing alone without other people's auras and energies mixing with yours. So just make sure you're taking a time out to do that self-care. And you may be, with the Awakening card, learning things that have been hidden to you before now. Maybe secrets coming out, or just epiphanies or realizations about something that didn't really quite occur to you before now. And you're just finally starting to realize some things. And this doesn't have to be bad. It can be really good things too. Like for instance, I'm currently writing a trilogy. So an example for me would be, I come across this really great plot twist that, there was something I needed to happen in this book at this point, but I wasn't sure what it was. And then out of the blue, this idea comes to me. So something like that, put it relevant to your situation or your relationship or whatever. But I do feel like for some of you, it is relationship. Like maybe you guys, the two of you were you just couldn't get past this blockage or this flow, the energy between you wasn't flowing right. And all of a sudden you'll have this epiphany on how to fix things or how to make things flow better in the relationship. And this could be a love relationship, sibling, friend, whatever. And then in the future conditions position, we have the Three of Fire. And this is basically what you're going to be looking forward to this month and into August, actually. So this is a card all about abundance, and things are looking very good. And this also goes with, a temporary standstill. This card is all about having patience and sitting down to really make those long-term plans. So these two actually go really beautifully together. Your present energy into the future energy. So you're really being asked to take that time to really focus on, in every area of your life, what is it that I want? What would be my greatest joy in this situation, this situation, this situation? And really get clearer and make those intentions, because if you're not making clear, positive intentions in your life, a lot of times life can just seem to happen to you, and then you're just in a constant state of reacting to what's happening instead of actually making things happen for yourself. So make sure you really have an idea on the situations, relationships, jobs, projects, whatever it is that you've got going on. Make sure you have a really clear long-term plan or goal in mind, because things are looking beautiful with that card, and abundance is just going to be coming to you if you can get clear and make those intentions. Everything will be great. So then in your best path to follow for utilizing, the best way to utilize this energy is the Chariot, which is a really great card to have in this position, because you're going to be achieving things at a rate that maybe before in, the beginning of 2019, because we are at that kind of halfway point, past the halfway point now. Maybe things that were really standing still at the beginning of this year are really starting to move forward for you. I see like that could be a new job or even a promotion in a current job for many of you. And it will take some self-discipline and willpower on your part to really focus in, again, back to these two, what it is that you want. What is the best path for you in this situation, this relationship? And you will be recognized more for your efforts. So all those hard efforts you've been putting in, maybe this year you haven't felt like appreciated or like anyone was even noticing what hard work you've been doing, or you yourself haven't been appreciating how much you've accomplished. If you look back over the beginning of this year, you realize, wow, I've really gotten a lot done. I'm proud of you, and pat yourself on the back. But you will be recognized publicly in some way for your efforts. So that is your best path to follow. So keep going with that. And then in your environment, so the energy that could be coming into your environment, sorry, my dog is barking. So the energy coming into your environment is the Three of Air, which is basically the Three of Swords card in the regular tarot deck. And this is a card all about great sadness and grief, and you needing to take the time to heal and forgive yourself and forgive others. And that goes really hand in hand with this strength card, because I feel like this is something that's just kind of carried over. This isn't some new grief or new sadness that you're going to be dealing with for most of you. It's just continued and carried over grief that's, been from this earlier this year and even years past that you've been carrying. And it's going to be something that's coming up for you here in the month of July to be dealt with and healed. So just look out for any emotions or you reflecting on the past and the what ifs and the woulda, coulda, shouldas. And even maybe people who have passed away that you just really miss this month because maybe they died this month or their birthday is this month or something like that. Just take time to give yourself some self-care and heal and allow yourself to mend your heart and heal your heart this month. So your hopes and your fears for the month of July is great. The Six of Fire or Six of Wands is all about victory and good news on the way. And again, with the public recognition or awards, promotions, people are recognizing you for the efforts you've been putting in, not just this month, but years past or months past. So this goes really good with best path to follow in your hopes and your fears. This is a great card to have in this position. It's all about being recognized this month for what it is that you do and what you have done. And then in your outcome, you have the King of Fire or King of Wands, and it's all about being motivated and ambitious and charismatic, and people are just drawn to you, and you're very, very focused on what it is that you're working towards and what it is that you're working on. And you communicate to people with this vision that you have for life, and people look up to you as a leader. You may be receiving advice from someone who's very creative, and I do feel like a lot of you guys are creatives yourselves, and you're using this beautiful energy because it's funny because you have all these three major arcana cards, and then you have the three fire cards, which, the passion, the wand energy, that fire energy to really light a fire under your butt to get stuff that you've always wanted to do going. So this is a month to just get some things accomplished, and in doing so, you're going to be recognized for it and rewarded heavily. So whatever it is that you're planning to do, just keep moving forward and really set yourself a game plan, and you can't go wrong this month, you guys. This is great. So then I'm just going to move some of these off to the side so we can stack some of these down here. So then we have the 55 card Adventure. Awesome. Hello from Heaven. Oh my goodness. And then Yoga. So this goes great with what I was saying with the Three of Air card, with the grief and the sadness and maybe a passed over loved one who died this month or their birthday is this month. I have full body chills, you guys. I wish you could see this. I don't know if you can, but oh my gosh. Yeah, so your loved one is checking in, just saying hi, and let go of your worries and know that they are okay. You miss them terribly, but they are with you all the time, and they don't have time to miss you because they're always with you. But of course, I like to think of heaven as like a one-way mirror. They can see us, but we can't always see or feel or hear them. We can sometimes, many of us, but for the most part, we feel like once they're gone, but they're really not. And then a great way to tap into this, making this plan for your life and even connecting with a crossed over loved one or friend, is to do something like yoga, stretching, exercise, meditation. Just get your body moving and get that energy flowing, especially with all this fire. You want to keep this energy moving so it doesn't stagnate and then create some sort of illness in your body. So you want to keep moving this month, and it pairs great with this Adventure card. Getting out there, hiking, biking, running, getting out there, traveling, visiting places, just be doing something that's energetic and keeps that energy flowing for you guys. With the 55, that, is the number of change. So you're going to be having these big changes coming into your life, and for pretty much every single one of you, these are really good changes that you've been begging for, hoping for, praying for a lot of you a long time. So yeah, this is awesome, and I can't wait to hear what you guys say about this in the comments. This is a beautiful month full of passion and drive. So yeah, you guys, thank you so much for checking this out. I really, truly do appreciate each and every one of you taking the time to subscribe, like, comment, share, all those fun things. And I really do hope you come back, because I love doing readings for you guys and helping you in any way I can. And I love to hear that my messages are helping you in some way. It really does feel good, and it's just so fun. So thank you guys so much, and I hope you have a beautiful July, and I hope you come back to the Dunn Creative. All right, bye. Okay, group number 2, let's see what's coming up for you guys in July. And I'm gonna try to position these so that they're not all glary for you, and so you can still see them and read them. Okay, wow, you guys have a lot of water energy this month, which water is all about the emotions. And then you also have these 3 major arcana cards with, you have this great support from the higher realms, or, God, angels, whatever you want to call that, to be doing some major emotional transformation this month. And that's just what I see overall. Starting out, this is the energy we're coming into the month with from June, May, and even maybe as far back as April. And this is the 5 of water, or the 5 of cups, which basically things weren't working out the way you had hoped, and 3 of the cups spilled, and you're just so focused on those 3 spilled cups of milk or whatever that you don't see the 2 cups that are still upright and available to you. So this is really trying to tell you to see the positive of your situation. Even if you're in the thick of a horrible situation, a breakup, a stressful move, a job change, something like that, you want to try to keep and maintain a very positive mindset throughout this. And this is, of course, the energy coming in. So you're still dealing with this, but this isn't something that's happening now. But you're still dealing with the residuals of this coming in from June. And then in the present position, you have the Star, which is absolutely beautiful to have in this present month of July, because the Star is one of the best cards to get as far as just overall happiness and a positive life, and making like long-term happy plans and goals for your life. And it's a card letting you know that whatever it is you're thinking and whatever it is you're doing, you're on the right path. So even if you haven't started taking action towards this thing, this move, this job change, whatever, relationship, even if you haven't started taking action on it, you know what to do. And it says you're on the right path. So you can start using that intuition to put your best foot forward and go the direction of your dreams. So that is absolutely beautiful coming into July. And then in our future conditions, we have the Queen of Water, or the Queen of Cups, and this is basically the rest of July and into August. If you're in a relationship, your relationships are just going to take on this new, more emotional, vulnerable, connected quality, and you're going to be able to really tap into your intuition this month and use it to fuel that long-term plan for your life and the path that you're on. You're going to be somebody who people are coming to for advice or a shoulder to cry on. And in this position, it's basically saying, you can take care of other people for sure, but you need to be sure you're also taking care of yourselves, especially with all this emotion that's going to be going on for you this month. I feel for most of you, it's just past and residual emotions and stuff. Maybe you just buried down because you didn't want to deal with it at the time, but it's going to be coming up this month to be healed. So it's not going to be the easiest month as far as everything's just la-di-da. I mean, the Star does give that la-di-da kind of quality. So on the external, things are going to be amazing for you, but you internally may be dealing with some emotions that you thought you dealt with, or, you just forgot about, but they're going to come up to be healed this month. And then in your best path to follow position, we have the Ego card. And this, I like to think, is more not you being too egotistical, because this is your best path to follow, but it's a false sense of entrapment or being overly focused on the external and material things, or you just have really negative fear-based thoughts going on in your head, and that ego sitting, that devil on your shoulder sitting there telling you how horrible you are or what a loser you are. You know, that mean voice in your head that we all have that is just no good, total trash. So your best path to follow is not to listen to that voice. Just tell that voice to take a hike. Say, I got this. Me and my emotions and my intuitions, we figuring this out. We don't need you. We don't need you here. You take your mask off and you get out. This masquerade ain't for you. Sorry, guys, I'm such a weirdo. But yeah, you don't let those negative thoughts, especially with all this emotion you have going on this month, do not allow that to overtake you and let that ego drive this, in the driver's seat for your month of July. You really want to keep that ego voice in your head, that pain body that likes to come up when we have these emotions running, that traumatized inner child. Nurture that. Don't allow that mean voice to overtake you. Be that parent to that voice and say, hey, I know you're feeling some things here with all this water, but you can't talk to me like that. We don't deserve to be talked to like that. So, really take your inner child and your ego by the hand, integrate them, love them. Just tell them, I'm in charge here, and just don't let those negative thoughts and feelings run away with you this month. That's the best path to follow. And then in your environment is the Hermit card, and this is a card all about meditation, spending time alone, learning spiritual topics, and just inner self-discovery stuff. So this is a really beautiful card to have in your environment, especially with all this emotion running through. You can't be out there like group number 1, just kicking ass and taking names with all this power and fire going on and energy running through you. You guys are way more introverted and contemplative over this July. And that's beautiful with this Hermit in your environment. It's going to allow you the energy and the wherewithal and the power and the help from spirit to actually deal with some of these past traumas and emotions that are coming up for you this month. So you have the help of the Hermit. That is amazing. And then with the Seven of Water, this is in your hopes and your fears position for this month. And this is all about like a hard or complex decision that needs to be made, and doing research and stopping the procrastination. Maybe you have had these big dreams and goals in your life and you just haven't been doing anything with them, or you think, oh, I'm too busy, I'll have to get to it later. This is the time, especially with the Hermit and figuring out your emotional state, to really figure out and research the things that it is you want to do. If you've been thinking of going back to school, start looking at different schools and doing the research on that. Or if you're thinking of getting a different job, start researching that. Or if you're looking to do a new type of yoga or meditation, research that. Whatever this is for you and your situation, you'll know. It'll just be intuitively that first thing that pops up. And you guys are very intuitive. So, with all this water energy and the star and the Queen of Water, you guys are very, very intuitive people. So use that intuition to tap into what it is you need to do, what it is you need to research to make your life the best it can be. And there may be a big decision you guys need to make. Maybe some of you are having to decide, do we stay at this job and this location that we're at, or do we move our family across country? I'm getting chills. So I think that is somebody's exact position that's got this chosen this pile. You may need to do some soul searching, and of course with the Hermit and your environment, this is a great time to do it. Just don't procrastinate. So you don't want to let that procrastination take place, because that's when that ego takes root and just tells you you're not good enough, or all those negative things. You just don't want to deal with that. You want to heal. You want to feel them. You want to heal them. You want to deal them. You don't want to let them take root and start a colony by any means. Then with the Eight of Water is your outcome for the month, and it's just this desire to move forward or move on from a situation, and the search for something more meaningful and more spiritually, emotionally, and physically fulfilling for you. And again, back to the Hermit, that's beautiful energy to really start searching. And then with this Seven of Water, to really start searching, what is it I want? Maybe you've been living your life for other people or doing what you think other people want and need and expect from you to do. But now is the time to really get in touch with what it is you want. This is your time. It's like the Goonies. This is our time. It's our time down here. This is what that is reminding me of. This is your time to really get real with yourself and figure out a game plan for yourself. So, yeah, that's what I'm seeing for this. And then we do have a couple oracle cards. And we have the self-discipline card, which 4 and 1 adds up to 5. So there's going to be a change in something that you're dealing with internally, and I do believe externally. And then you have life review. Amazing. I mean, this just goes hand in hand with everything we were just talking about. You're going to be reviewing a lot of things in your life, revisiting emotions and stuff, and then music and healer. So you can really use music to help you get through these emotions. And I think a lot of you guys are very musical. Like, even if you don't play an instrument or sing or do any of that, you guys use music as a source of healing. You guys use music to just soothe your soul and to work through your emotions. And this month, more than any month so far this year, music is going to be very important to you guys in some way. And it's going to be important in such a way that it's going to help you get your life back on track and heal the past traumas that you've been, maybe sweeping under the rug, or just haven't had time to deal with. But you're going to have the time with the music to deal with that. And then you're going to be doing healing this month, but also you guys are, and I'm sure you already know, you guys are healers. And you have that spiritual gift of healing. And you want to heal others. You just wished you could be this person that just can put your hands on someone and heal them. But just you sending out your healing energies to other people, situations, places, whatever, is healing the environment and the people and the relationships. So even if there are people in your life that you've cut out, you just don't want to deal with anymore, you can send them loving, healing energy to heal that past connection. And I think that goes for a very specific person or people. There is a past relationship that you're still maybe a little hung up on, that you know is completely over, but you need to heal the link between the two of you, I think. And you can do something called a cord cutting meditation. You can Google or YouTube cord cutting meditation and learn more about that if that interests you. But yeah, with the self-discipline, life review, hermit, 7 of water, you're really going to be figuring out what it is you want in life. But with the star as your present energy, you guys can't go wrong. You're very protected and guided in this quest to heal past wounds and move forward in life on the path that brings you joy and fulfillment. So, oh my gosh, guys, this is awesome. I really hope this resonated for you guys. You have to let me know in the comments what you thought. And thanks again, you guys, for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, all of the things. It really does mean a lot to me. And just knowing that I can help you guys in any way possible just really warms my heart, because I just love seeing people get the help or the message or whatever it is that they need. Just thank you guys so much, and I hope to see you back at the Dunn Creative. All right, bye. All right, group number 3, let's see what you are to be expecting in July. All right, you guys, so starting out with your past energy from June, maybe back into May and April even, coming into July, the energy you're coming in with is the 2 of water or the 2 of cups. And that's a great card. There's a relationship in your life that's continuing to get closer, and there's been a sense of forgiveness over the last few months. Maybe you are in a relationship with someone and things just have been either stagnant, or one or the other was blaming the other for something else, and in June, you kind of came to a positive resolution in a conflict or a blockage in a relationship. And this doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship. This could be a friendship, a sibling, a parent, whatever this is that applies to your situation. But for quite a few of you, it will be a romantic partner. that maybe you guys were just not seeing eye to eye, or you had different ideas of how to move forward with something. But in June, you guys kind of got back on the same page, and you're starting to move into July with this just united front energy. So that's really beautiful moving into June. And then for the present energy of, in moving into July, we are in June right now is when I'm filming this. But moving into July, so the present energy of July is you guys pushed yourself really hard. Maybe you worked really hard trying to figure out this relationship, or just where you were in different areas of your life. Like, where do I stand with this situation or that situation? And you really worked hard in May and June to get where you are now. But in July for you guys, it's time for you to be able to take a rest or go on a vacation and just allow yourself some time before you make a major decision. A few of you do have this major decision hanging over your head. Do I go back to school? Don't I? Do I take this new job? Don't I? Do I move across country? Don't I? Like, you have this major decision that doesn't need to be made right this second. And in order for you to get clarity this month on that situation, a meditation or just something quiet, like something creative where you can just let your mind go of all the worries and just let it wander into beautiful places, will actually help you provide you answers to get clarity on what path you want to take moving forward with this situation, relationship, job, whatever it is for you. And then in your future, so for July going into August, conditions are the Ace of Water or the Ace of Cups. This is a beautiful card for this position. You're falling in love with a person or a resurgence of love in your relationship that you're already in. Or you're falling in love with a project you're doing or a job, or you're just so passionate about something it is that you're working on or someone that you have in your life. You're just so passionate about this thing. And this is a time of enhanced intuition and spiritual growth. So you can use this, take time to rest and go on vacation. You can take this time and use this energy to really get in touch with your intuition and what it is you want in life. Because you guys do have 3 water cards. That is the emotion, your emotions. And when you have a lot of water in a reading, it means there are emotional things coming up to be healed this month. So don't try to attach to those emotional feelings and let them take you on a downward spiral. Just acknowledge them, feel them, heal them, is what I think I just said that because it was for group 2, because they had a lot of water also in their reading. So, but this is a beautiful card, and it does represent a new home or a new living situation if you are looking to move or are thinking about moving. It could even be a new job for some of you. So it's just a new beginning emotionally in a lot of different areas of life. And then in your best path to follow position, you have the 3 of Water, which is an amazing card to have in your best path to follow, because it's all about celebrating things. And it could be a wedding, a graduation, a birth announcement, really just celebrating all the big milestones in life and even the smaller milestones. Some of you may have gotten a new job or a promotion or something like that is a cause for celebration. Go out and treat yourself, celebrate even the small victories you get, because I think a lot of you guys have had a pretty rough start to 2019 in at least 1 or 2 areas of life. So this is time to celebrate how far you've come and celebrate the people in your life and just have fun, because I think a lot of you have been working or just really stressed about a situation and you haven't been allowing yourself to just cut loose and have fun. So this, in your best path to follow position, the best path for you to follow is to follow your fun meter. Whatever's fun, go do that thing, Go celebrate, go to weddings and graduations and baby showers, those things where you celebrate these milestones in life, and go do those things. And then in your environment, you have the life experience card, and this is a significant life event. So that's funny because it goes really hand in hand with these other significant life events we were just talking about, the weddings, the graduations, the birth announcements, and all that. So there may be a significant life event in your life or a family member's or a friend's life that you're helping to celebrate. And there may be a powerful revelation that occurs to you, or an epiphany that leads you to a beautiful life change. And it's just time to get out there and try new things and just really spread your wings, because I think a lot of you guys have been holding yourselves back from really shining your light really brightly lately. And you're going to get back to doing that this month, because that is the energy in your environment. It's a time for you to allow yourself to be bigger than you have been allowing yourself to be. And then in your hopes and your fears position, you have the Nine of Swords, or the Nine of Air, and it's just all in your head, sleepless nights, worry, expecting the worst, and like you worry so much that you make it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy that you make happen, because you literally manifested that into your life by worrying about it so much. So your hopes and your fears, the advice in this position is just don't allow your head and your brain to take off and just take you down on a downward spiral or down rabbit holes that you don't need to be exploring. Just with these water and emotions that are coming up, allow these emotions to come up, but you don't have to attach to them. Don't let these past traumas from childhood or past relationships or past jobs or whatever, don't let those things cloud your judgment or invade your month of July, because I think with these emotions, they're going to try to. And then with the Four of Swords as well, with how tired you feel, it's easier when we're just tired and defeated feeling to allow that ego mind to just take away and run away with us. And before we know it, we're super depressed because we just talked horrible to ourselves all night or all day. So just don't let that happen. And then for your future, or for your outcome for the month of July, is a really beautiful card. You have the Knight of Earth, which is all about a loyal person who's dedicated and kind, and it's basically time for you to use this time of rest and vacation to really buckle down and get things done and honor those commitments you made to yourself and others, because I think a lot of you by nature tend to want to procrastinate. I'm one of you, so I'm calling myself out too. You want to take that procrastination and try to turn it around and actually make some headway on the goals and things that you want to accomplish and commitments you've made to other people. Because I think with this water energy and then the Two of Water, maybe you have recommitted yourself to someone, or you have just recently gotten into a new relationship. So really take time to spend with other people as well as taking care of yourself. Just find a really good balance this month. And also this is like a guardian angel kind of card. So the outcome, you're going to be protected and guided in any decision you think you need to make. But just try, if you can, before you make any major life decisions this month, make sure it's coming from a place of joy and abundance and not a place of lack. Because when we make a decision out of fear or a sense of lack, we don't make the best decision for our highest good. So try to make decisions from a place of love and understanding and not a place of fear and lack mentality. So yeah, I think that's it for this, but I do have some oracle cards we can look over for your month of July. And we have Intuition, beautiful, 22. So you may be seeing the number 22 a lot this month, just everywhere. Then we have Angel Therapy and Teaching. So yeah, with this Intuition card, you're going to have this all this water energy. And you guys by nature, just like group number 2, are very intuitive individuals anyway. But this is going to be a month of heightened intuition. So you can really trust that gut feeling this month to not steer you wrong. And you can use that to make any of these big changes and decisions that you do need to make. And then with the Angel Therapy card, this is just saying give your cares and worries to the angels and allow God, the angels, the universe to take those worries and burdens. And that just points right back to that Nine of Swords, Nine of Air energy of not allowing the worry to overtake you. Just try not to worry this month, because basically with the outcome and all this stuff you have, there's really nothing to worry about. It's just your perception of a situation or relationship that is causing you to worry. It's not the situation itself. It's just your perception of it that is causing the worry. There really is nothing to worry about in this. If it's a job you're looking to get, or a move you're looking to do, or relationships, everything's taken care of. You're okay. There is no need to worry in any of this. And even when something seems very worrisome, we sit and worry about it, and then we can look back on it a year later and realize, oh, I worried so much over nothing. This is the best thing that's ever happened to me. I'm sure we all have scenarios like that. And this, you're coming into something, I want to say August or September is when this decision definitely needs to be made, or this move, or this new job, or this new relationship, whatever happens for you. But you're building up to that right now. And you're going to use that intuition to really guide you, but don't let those negative worries and feelings overtake you. And then with the teaching card, some of you may be getting a teaching job, or some sort of like coach, or where you're teaching others knowledge that you have accumulated. Maybe you're on YouTube teaching people how to do tarot cards, or how to write a book, or something like that. But you're basically this month going to be really inspiring other people. And they're really going to be looking up to you, especially younger people, like teenagers and younger, are really going to be looking up to you. So if you have kids, or you work with kids, this is going to be a month where you can really make a difference in their lives, because they are more susceptible to want to listen to you than maybe they would be any other time. So yeah, you can use this time to really help others. And that even can be you learning things yourself. So if there's something you want to learn how to do, like painting, or learning how to do a new sport, or something like that, this is a great time with this energy here for you in July to actually take advantage of that and learn something new. So yeah, I think that's all I'm seeing for you guys, but this is really good. I mean, you may have some feelings coming up, getting all in your feels, but again, just don't let that negative worry energy overtake you, and you'll be fine. Just remember to have fun, focus on the positive, celebrate you and others, and you're going to have a great month. So yeah, I hope this resonated. You'll have to let me know down in the comments what you thought about it, and I really do truly appreciate all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, all of the things, and I hope you come back to the Dunn Creative. All right, thank you so much. Bye. All right, group number 4, let's see what's coming up for you guys in the month of July 2019. All right, just trying to position these so there's not a huge glare on them. Okay, so I think we're good now. Okay, guys, so I'm seeing a lot of air and earth energy, mostly air though. I mean, these 4 corners here are air, and that's all mental, you thinking about things. And with this card, this is in the position of what energy you're coming in with from June, May, even as far back as April of this year. And things are starting to look up for you at the end of June and into July here. Things are looking up, and a difficult situation that you've had is going to resolve itself, or you're going to come to a resolution with it. And a lot of you guys are going to be taking a trip or a vacation somewhere. And I think for a lot of you, this horse here is in a boat. So I think it involves water for a lot of you. Or even if you aren't planning a trip, maybe if you have a river or a creek nearby, creek, I don't know, how do you guys say creek or crick? It depends on the creek or crick for me. It's Libby Creek or Cedar Creek for me. That's just growing up in a small town in Montana. But yeah, even if you go to the creek or crick, you would really benefit from being near water, because it can help you tap into your intuition and purify the thoughts you've been having, especially if you've been having a lot of negative thoughts. So yeah, being near water would be really beneficial coming into July here for you. And then in your present kind of July energy, you have the Queen of Fire, or the Queen of Wands, and she's very confident, intelligent, warm, and graceful, and This is just a time to really spread your wings and fly. You may have had these things that weren't really moving forward for you, and now all of a sudden things are really starting to move forward, and you are the main reason things are moving forward. You've been underestimating your own abilities in something, and you're gonna start coming into realization here in July that, wow, I'm actually capable of a lot more than I thought I was. And you're going to be able to start asserting yourself and your independence and your creativity and really tapping into that source of inner strength and inner power this month. And that is such a beautiful, beautiful energy to be coming into July with. And then you have for your future conditions, so this is July and into August, is you're just going to be so inspired with this Ace of Swords. You're going to have these really amazing new ideas for projects, for businesses you could start, fun things to do with your kids or in your relationships. And you're going to be seeing the truth of a situation. So maybe before you couldn't quite get a read on a person or a job, like, ooh, is this right for me? But it's going to become very clear this month. This thing is either for you or not for you, whatever that means for you. And it could be, this could be a like all the other aces. The Ace of Swords is not a fast of a start as the other, like the Ace of Wands is a quick start kind of energy. But this is more of a slow or challenging beginning where maybe things aren't lining up right to get you out of that starting gate. But just realize there could be some setbacks with things, but they're all for your highest good. So there's no reason to worry about any setbacks that come your way. It's just because in divine timing, you're always where you're meant to be. So if things are being stalled or set back, just know that that's okay. It's not for you yet. Or maybe this thing you want so bad is just not for you at all. And, that song by Garth Brooks, I thank God for unanswered prayers, that could be this for some of you. But for most of you, I think it's just there's going to be some setbacks in this thing that you really want to do just because the timing isn't 100% right yet. But once it's right, and everything's just going to move forward quickly. So you're already if you're on a path already, you already are on the right path, you know what to do. Any external setbacks or even internal setbacks where you are starting to question your own ideas or abilities or whatever, it's okay to feel that way because especially with the Queen of Fire as your present condition card, you're going to be tapping into that inner source. So even if you do have regrets or questions or uncertainties, that's okay. Just let those things come up and analyze as you go. And then for your best path to follow, you have the Page of Earth. And this is good news about like financial money matters. Maybe you've really struggled or money has just been tighter lately than it has been in the past. And you're that sense of financial, what's the word I want to use, like tightening or feeling like you don't have enough to stretch from paycheck to paycheck, that is going to lift this month and you're going to be receiving some good news about financial matters. So I see for one of you in particular, there's a lawsuit you've been going through or dealing with, and it's going to be coming to you news that this has been settled in your favor. Or even I see one person with an inheritance that they've been fighting with another person with over an inheritance. And this month, you're going to receive news that, okay, it's in your favor. You get your inheritance that you've been waiting for. So that's for a very specific couple of you. But just financial stuff in general. Maybe a few of you are getting a promotion to increase your finances or finding some sort of side job that's really fun, that's going to create more income for you, or even renting out a bedroom in your house to make a little income. There's going to be something about financial stuff that's going to be coming to you that's in your favor. So that's always good. And then you're going to be wanting to do something more challenging. So maybe you felt really stagnant in things, like things are just too easy, so they're almost boring in certain areas of your life. Maybe a job, you're just doing mundane, repetitive things, and you're finally getting more responsibility or to do something more fun and challenging at work. And then for some of you too, there's a new area of study. So maybe a couple of you have recently decided to switch majors or to go back to school in general. And there's a new area of study that you're really excited to learn. And that doesn't always have to be actual physical universities or schools. It could just be you found a really cool book at a thrift store and now you're learning runes or something like that. I mean, it could be whatever for your situation, but you're going to be wanting to learn something new this month of July. And your best path to follow is to learn some new things, and do something more challenging. Challenge yourself. If you used to draw all the time and you haven't drawn in years, just get yourself a sketchbook and just, set the timer for 10 minutes and just allow yourself to doodle for 10 minutes just to see what comes up. Don't put any expectations on it. Just, whatever that situation is for you, something that maybe you used to do and haven't for a while, just challenge yourself a little bit. In your environment is the 5 of air, and that's like that 5 of swords energy. It's an unwise choice made either by you or someone close to you, that you are kind of paying the price for this choice that someone else made. And possibly you made this choice yourself and you're kind of kicking yourself for making this choice. But just know there are no wrong decisions in life. Even if you feel later that you made a wrong choice, it always brings you to where you're meant to be. Because if you hadn't made that wrong choice when you made it, you may ended up in a different city and never met your spouse or, something like that. So if you are the one that made this unwise choice, just don't beat yourself up. And two, if someone else made this choice, don't beat them up, because you always are on time. You always are where you're meant to be when you're meant to be there. So you want to use this situation, whatever this is for you, that you want to learn from the situation and apply that in a positive way. Don't blame and hold resentments for other people and their decisions. Just use this as a learning experience and move on. And maybe even question some people's motives in this situation. Maybe there's somebody who's all buddy-buddy with you all of a sudden and you're wondering, why is this person so nice to me? They may be wanting something from you. So this is in your environment. So this energy is around you. So just be really careful in the decisions that you are making. If you do accidentally make a choice that maybe isn't in your best interest or someone else's best interest, it's okay. Just forgive yourself and learn what you can and move on. And then in your hopes and fears position, you have the 2 of earth. And this is just a card of there's just way too much going on at one time and the need to make a decision. And this could be this choice you make. You're afraid you're going to make the wrong choice. You haven't made the choice yet, but you're afraid you're going to make the wrong decision. So this card's all about finding a new approach, a playful, more fun, loving approach, rather than making a choice out of fear or lack. I can't remember if this was beginning of your group or the last group where I said, make choices out of love and abundance instead of a choice out of fear or a lack mentality. So the more playful and joyful you can make your decisions from a joyful or happy place, try to get to that place before making any decisions, and you may be able to avoid a mistake or an unwise choice made. So, but that is your hopes or your fears. So just make sure you don't have too many, balls in the air that you're juggling or too much on your plate. Just make sure you're only saying yes to the things you actually want to do or participate in. And then with your outcome, the Queen of Air, you're just really going to be feeling independent and witty and fun and happy and very realistic with the situations you're in. And you're going to be having that objective decision making. And it's funny because so many of these cards are talking about this major decision you're making, or even lots of little decisions you're going to be making this month. But just know any decision you do make will, even if it feels like a mistake at first, will always work out for your highest good. So you're clearing away the things that no longer serve you. That could be jobs, relationships, physical items in your home, and even just belief systems or negative energies around you. You're just releasing things that aren't in your highest good. And you want to be able to it kind of goes with this one too, with the playful approach. You want to be able to see the humor in a situation. So if you done effed up with this decision here, try to see the funny or humorous side of, wow, I can't believe I did that. Or, you know, just try to see that funny, bright side of things, and you should be good. I mean, this isn't probably going to be your easiest month ever, especially with that mental energy going on with all the air and the sword energy, but just try to keep as positive as you can, and you'll fare out a lot better than if you just allow those negative thoughts to consume you. And then for your oracle cards, we have effort. So you are going to be putting forth a lot more effort this month than maybe months past, but just make sure not to burn yourself out. And then you have spiritual partnership, which this is beautiful. You may be coming into a new facet in your relationship, one that's a more spiritual or loving connection that you maybe haven't had until now. And then you have the nurture and the family cards. So I do feel like a great number of you do have a family or are wanting to start a family. But even if you're not a parent and you just have a family, you're a son or a daughter or a sister or whatever, spend time with your family this month, and just even friends can be like family, and it's going to be a really big part of your life this month, and nurturing yourself and others, and that includes your inner child and other, you know, children in your life, but your own inner child, especially with all this mental fatigue and stress you're putting on yourself with all this thinking you're doing, that inner child may get triggered, and you may need to really treat yourself to something fun and exciting, just to my camera cut off, I'm so sorry. But I think I was saying, you know, just nurture yourself and the people around you, and then that inner child with all this mental air energy may be coming up with some traumatic things that need healed this month. But all in all, like with that big choice or decision you need to make, I think for a lot of you it does involve family. And maybe this is a move that you need to make, but you're thinking, well, my kids are loving their school and their friends, but I think this move is the best thing for us, or, you know, something like that. Maybe, I do see for a few of you, this is, no, for one of you in particular, this has to do with like a stepchild, one of your stepchildren, or a niece or a nephew or something, having to do with custody or battles that way. But that's just for a very select few of you. But then for others of you, I see you, you know, I see all these people gathered around this little baby. I feel like someone either is finding out they're pregnant, or they actually have their baby this month, or into August even, having their baby, or really preparing for their baby, putting a lot of effort in for this new child that's coming into the family. Yeah, so this looks like a really good month for you guys. You'll have to let me know in the comments if this resonated or not, and thanks again, you guys, for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, all of the things. It really, truly does mean a lot to me to know that these messages are reaching you and helping you in some way. So thank you for that, and I really hope to see you back at the Dunn Creative. All right, bye!